launch the podcast after we edit it because we already film it. Then we do the review, and then whenever either one of us are editing it, we're going through and so.
Yeah, it's a lot of times to see the same stuff you just did.
Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but we do it because we like doing the
Rubber Duck Syndicate.
Yes, we do it for you.
Yes,
Yeah, you in particular.
specifically.
Yes, you in your underwear right now. There's a hole in there. There exactly one, two, three, four holes. What?
I'm just saying, which underwear is O describing? Okay, that's
Pretty much
correct.
like all underwear should. Well, 3 to 4 3 to 4 holes in the underwear, I guess.
2 for legs, 1 for torso.
Yes.
Optional 1 for flap in front.
Yes.
Or flap in back.
Flap in front. That's the German saying of it. The flap in front.
Der flap in front.
Der flap in front.
Yes.
I got to pee out there. I need to open my flap in front. That's just tickling me more. I don't know why, but
Because it's fun to say.
It is. Everyone say it with us. Flap in front. That's gonna be the viral clip right there. That's gonna explode. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Welcome back, everyone. We are here at the Rubber Duck Syndicate. We can talk about whatever the fuck we feel like it.
Yeah. Occasionally we have things that we've thought to talk about in advance, but most of the time we just talk.
Well, we just kind of wing it because we like doing that. Daniel's my friend, and we like bullshitting with each other and coming up with different concepts and different things and whatever it is. Do you have a list of something?
Yeah, I have now been diligent and started keeping a list of topics to possibly discuss.
Daniel has a list!
Yeah, I've only got 3 things on here right now.
Okay.
So the first one is best and worst traffic. So whenever I'm talking to my brother, inevitably the topic of traffic and who the worst drivers are comes up. And so it seems to me like every city has people that live there that say, oh, we have the worst drivers ever here. Mm-hmm. And so I want to know if there's a place objectively where everyone in the nation or world agrees has the worst drivers, and if there are any places where people think, you know what, we have pretty good drivers here. Because mathematically, we should have to have that, right?
Technically, we should, because if you live in a location where if you've never been in a car accident, a fender bender, and traffic moves smoothly, you'd be like, this is pretty good. This is not as terrible as I would imagine. But everyone is always going to say, oh, we have the worst traffic ever in insert location here. Because when I moved here, people that lived here saying like, oh, Charlotte in North Carolina has the worst traffic. And I'm like...
Didn't you come from the Atlanta area when you moved here?
I came from the Atlanta area when I moved here, but that's where I'm not originally from.
Yeah, you're from California.
Yeah, I'm from Southern California. So if to all the dozens of people that live in Southern California that know me, and probably
that know you. I was going to say
that know
not
me.
that you're just really underestimating the population of Southern California.
No, there are exactly 15 people that live in Southern California. No, the people that live in Southern California that hopefully watch the Rubber Duck Syndicate know how bad traffic can be when I tell them about it. Because, yes, I understand traffic is bad here in Charlotte. It is. There's traffic anywhere is bad where,
where there are people.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people.
Except if you're in one of those older cities that was, developed before everybody had cars, and so you can walk places.
Correct. But, I hear the horror stories from other people there in Charlotte saying like, oh, I went from here to here and it took me, 45 minutes. So going from, going from the west side to the east side. Yeah, typically I live on the east side. It'll take me about, if no traffic, maybe 25 minutes.
Were you pushing a fat ride? Was it no surprise?
As I was saying,
I'm just really proud of
Yeah,
myself for that.
I know.
I saw physical pain on your face.
It hurt me just a little bit in here. But going from like one side to the other side, if there's no traffic, maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go from one side to the other. If there is traffic and I'm like, it's 5:30, I'm going from my house to somewhere on the west side, maybe like an hour and 15 minutes. So that's maybe a total of 20, I think it's like 28 miles between like here to the other side. Yeah. I lived in, like I said, Southern California, where I went from LA to Riverside, California. Yeah, this is personal information now. So people are tracking me already. It's okay.
They might know who you are.
Yeah, I know, because all the digital shit. On average, it was from LA to Riverside, California. If I was leaving at the, I guess, normal traffic time, maybe about 2 hours on a good day. So you leave at 5, you're probably getting home by like 7:30.
That would be, yeah, that would be a special flavor of hell for me.
Oh yeah, and there were people that were doing this that continue to do this regularly. This is like they're part of their work thing. They know they have to leave home at 5:30 to make sure they get to the office by 8. They're leaving at 5, and they know they won't get home till like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And that's 5 hours of your day in the car.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard about commuters in New York that commute in from like Connecticut. So like commuting from state to state seems like a lot, but at least up there they have trains. So,
Oh yeah,
if you're on a train, you don't have to worry about not bumping into other people in traffic. You can just take your time, and you can even do work on your mobile devices or read the newspaper if you're really old school.
Yeah, so like with that, you're like, oh, I can just sit back, relax, get on this train. Maybe it takes them an hour to get to work because of the like trains I need to do. But maybe if you're on a train for like half an hour, then another train for like another 20 or 30 minutes, you're like, oh, this is not as bad. Yeah, an hour of your day is on the train, but you also can relax. Versus when you're in traffic, you have to pay attention the entire time because guess what? Everyone around you, apparently, when you're driving, they're fucking maniacs.
They're trying to kill you.
Yeah, they're actively trying to kill you, and trying to get in your space that you have this much room of, and they're like, "I'm going to just get in your space right in front of you." Like,
you offended me by not being close enough to the car in front of you.
yes, I'm going to provide you. They just think they're like, "Oh, I'm going to provide you with that amount of space that you had." No, that's my space now. I'm going to just take over, and then I'm not going to look at you as I'm actively doing it. Because they know they're in the wrong. So they'll start scooting in. Instead of doing, let me say this. Folks, if you have the ability to drive and you're driving, and someone lets you in, just do the wave like, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Just do that. That's a simple thing you can do, and it helps us so much.
Yeah, and also further to that, if there is someone who is ostensibly an asshole trying to butt in where they shouldn't, don't fight them. And this is going to be very hard for many people to accept. But I mean, it's the trying to keep people from merging, even if they're assholes and are like trying to zip around. Like there's a difference between people that do a proper zipper merge at the proper location and people that try to skip lines by sweeping out at the last second. Mm-hmm. But even if it's one of those people, let them in, because the sooner you let them in, the sooner the traffic moves on. It's better for everyone. Just give up and let the assholes win this time.
Yeah, but like, I also actively try to fight those assholes too. Sometimes I will let people in if they were driving so long. Cool, I understand this is 2 lanes going down to 1. You've been driving in the second-hand lane and you try to get in the last second. All right, I understand that. If you're in the emergency lane and you're trying to get in that way, no, fuck you. I hope that all your genitalia falls off or you grow extra on genitalia on your face, okay? We were talking about this earlier. I hope you grow a boob on your face or an extra set of testicles, like at your taint level.
which would make it very difficult to sit, I imagine.
Yes. I don't wish death upon anyone.
You just wish like horrible, misshapen extra genitals.
Well, not so much extra genitalia or genitals, but just discomfort for your life. Like, I always want your socks to be wet. If you are a terrible person, I want your socks to be wet 24/7. And they're like, oh, I just won't wear socks. Good. Your shoes are wet now, too. The fuck
And you have to wear duck boots. Remember duck boots?
I do not.
I haven't seen them in many years, but they were, I think, popular like mid '80s, late or early '90s. Probably popular for a long time before that. But they were like two material boots. Like the bottom of it was like the regular like rubber sole kind of material, and then maybe it might have had a leather background. But the top part of the boot was this like kind of shiny rubber material. So like the idea was that they were like waterproof.
Okay.
And the only thing I really know about them was that like they were like really durable boots. But I just remember one story from a guy that said he wore them like on this long hiking trip he took, and like didn't take them off like 2-3 days, and his feet got so like swampy and cramped up in those shoes that he couldn't walk for like a day. But yeah, duck boots. They have questionable properties for handling moisture, and I don't know if they still make them. We should look that up.
Well, we should do that because we're the Rubber Duck Syndicate, so we should know everything related to ducks and rubber and syndicates, or none of it. We could do whatever the fuck we want to. We're adults.
Yeah, I would like to put an asterisk here. We are not going to know everything about rubber because I know that's a particular thing for a lot of sexual fetishes. Some people might also have a duck fetish, but I mean, go for that. I mean, as long as the duck can consent.
Yeah, like as long as it's a consenting duck. You're like one quack. Oh God! What the fuck was that?
That was Donald Duck consenting very loudly.
Oh, don't do that ever again. What else did you have on your list, sir?
Okay, yeah, that's a great time for a segue. Yeah.
Yeah, because once you see Donald Duck consenting, that's when you end the traffic talk.
Yeah.
Or was there something else you wanted to talk about traffic that we didn't?
No, we got just where are places where people actually are like proud that they have good drivers, or like where are places that are being known for good traffic?
I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to figure out. So once I upload, I'll do the video for this one. I'll try to put a poll on either Spotify or YouTube or wherever you are. Or yeah, we could do polls on there. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm not sure if it's just where you can just answer and put your own thing, or if you want to, hit the comments. If your city is the greatest for traffic, put your city name in there, or if there's a place that you think that is pretty great, you'd be like, Oregon. Okay.
The city of Oregon.
The city of Oregon. That's it.
That's where we get oregano from.
Yes. What else you got, sir?
So one of the other things I have in my little list notes was LG channels.
Okay.
So I have an LG television.
Oh, yes, please.
Which comes with a bunch of like preset buttons on the remote, like Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that crap. But if you don't have subscriptions to those, you can still go to LG channels, which is like their own version of like DirecTV, I guess, but it's piped in over the internet. And there's somewhat limited selection there, but I was really starving for something to watch, so I found the Stargate channel on LG channels, which was just exactly what it was, reruns of the Stargate series. Like, it was doing Stargate Universe when I first started it, but now it's going through the original series, and we'll probably go into Atlantis, and but I think that's all we got, just those three, unless there's one that I missed. But anyway, they force commercials in at an absurd rate, but they don't always have people that have bought advertising for the amount of commercials that they try to force in. So there'll be breaks. There's obvious commercial breaks where like the show that was filmed during the era of broadcast television with commercials. There's clearly a point where the action and the plot development are coming to a stop moment, and that's where there's planned for a commercial to be. But there are easily twice as many commercials as that on LG channels, and because they don't have advertisers for most of it, a good 2/3 of it is just this like stupid like hold music almost with these weird animations just advertising the fact that you're watching LG channels and that the Stargate channel is playing and will be coming back anywhere from like 30 seconds to 2 whole minutes just watching a clock count down that says Stargate.
Fun.
And so on the one hand, that's atrocious that you're trying to force that many commercials down the throat. But on the other hand, it is not a service that I'm paying any money for, so I must acknowledge that.
Okay.
And I do take a slight amount of perverse pleasure in having all of this commercial time where clearly they don't have advertisers. So as I'm sitting here, yeah, I know I'm not watching what I want to watch, but you're not showing me what anyone's paying you to show me. So I feel like that's a draw.
Yeah, it's just I guess a point of talking where because it makes sense. If there's nothing there, so they're not showing anything. They're like, it'll be back.
Also, I guess they're really starving for advertisers on this because some of the commercials that they do show, there's a Spanish language commercial for Northern Tool and Equipment. Mm-hmm. There is another Spanish language commercial for a new housing development somewhere in Arizona outside of Phoenix.
All right.
And then there's a couple generic ones for apartment like several like home builders or community developers or apartment developers, people that are just advertising. We make nice places to live, but not anywhere in particular.
I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, advertise on the LG channel.
I think we might be onto something here.
Oh
well, we'll have to look up rates to see if this is economically feasible for us.
Yeah, because we're not making any money yet.
Yeah.
Not at the time of this recording, November 16th, 2024.
We planned this well in advance, folks.
No, I'm just joking. Like, we're not making any money now as we're talking about this. Hopefully, if you're watching this in the future, you're like, oh, I want to see how, and Daniel were before they got money. This is what we're like right now.
Or if you were trying to watch Stargate reruns and just came across us accidentally.
It happens. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch some Stargate. Who's this tall white dude and this average height, super fat black dude? What the hell? That's Stargate, baby.
I am Captain Colonel O'Neill, and this is Teok.
The Temu version of it. The
Temu version of Stargate. Oh, we got to explore that too.
The Temu / Tubi.
Yeah, but isn't there actually like a new Stargate series in the works at Amazon?
I'm not sure about that.
I think I've heard rumors about that. I will look that up before the editing goes live, so we can flash on the screen yes or no.
It's like right here, yeah. I guess.
Is there new Stargate coming? This is going to be our greatest technical achievement yet. Editing the word no or yes
just
in
no.
right there.
Or just put a question mark.
We couldn't be bothered to look it up.
Or just nothing there. They'll be like, we need to know. Like, you can look it up too. You're watching this on your mobile device or a computer, or what else can you watch it on? Your LG TV on your refrigerator.
Maybe you're watching us like while you're gassing up your car at one of those like pump station things.
Oh, I would love to be on there.
This would actually be like more entertaining content, I think, than 99% of the stuff they have on those.
Yeah, because they just kind of repeat information that like a lot of people know.
And then advertisements, like I'm literally paying to stand here. How dare you advertise to me?
Because this is a example of some of those commercials that they have on there. They're like, "Hi, I'm Jamie with Gas Pump Podcast. I want to tell you about toilet paper. It wipes your butt. Thank you for watching the Gas Pump Podcast. I'm Jamie."
For more exciting content like this, subscribe to our Gas Pump channel.
They will do that. Like, they will have the nothing burg of information. You'd be like, this is information everyone should.
Did you know ducks have feet? Why, yes, I did know that.
Usually do.
Now just imagine like a 1 foot duck.
Like, stop being ableist, you motherfuckers.
That's 2.
Oh, there's going to be a third one, too, you motherfucker.
Just lying in wait for it.
Oh, I hate you.
Anyway, on to the next segue.
Yes, please.
The other thing I have listed in my notes here is, the word motherfucker as a comparison, which is not strictly limited to motherfucker, but there are other terms. Like, you ever say, it's hotter than a motherfucker out here. Mm-hmm. Or that hurts like a motherfucker. Or, people, you can substitute many words for that, but you're comparing it to something. You want people to know that it is a lot of whatever you're describing.
Yes.
But because we use it for everything, it loses its all meaning. Like, apparently a motherfucker can be really hot or really cold, can be really big, can be really small, can be really painful, can be a really long way away, and that's far as a motherfucker. So we're missing, as a society, the opportunity to have more descriptive comparisons. We're all just being lazy when we say something as a motherfucker.
Yes. I understand and I agree with you. I want to say people should... Well, we had this discussion before. If you watch our podcasts and you hear us talk, there are some words or some phrases that we use a lot. And since we do the editing of our own stuff,
We see it.
and it hurts us so much because then we realize it as we're editing and realize how much we're using it.
I have probably said the phrase, 200 times already in this episode.
And I use the word like to, I guess, my
Interjection.
Interjection.
Yeah, people use it in place, or it's the phrase we use when most people would say, or when you're pausing for a thought, and somehow your brain thinks your mouth needs to say something in that space.
It's a little buffer. It's like a little buffering wheel.
Yeah. Buffer underrun. you know.
But I do agree with you on that because be like, oh yeah, it's a high motherfucker. It's like, oh, look at that little motherfucker. That's a big motherfucker. Yes. So people are kind of using words not in the correct way, but we also use different words to describe things just because. So like, yeah, they use the word motherfucker because you can be like, look at that big thing. Just look at that big motherfucker.
But if you find yourself using comparisons like that, just the comparisons that don't mean anything, but we're all supposed to just know that you mean a big thing or a small thing or whatever. I mean, if it's one of those things where you're not actually saying anything, but you're still trying to convey the meaning, you can pick almost anything, and you can have your own unique phrase. You can have a catchphrase, like in the 90s TV shows.
As you're wearing your 90s kind of themed shirt.
This shirt is 90s as hell.
Yes, it very much is.
But, you could say, something that's big, that's, like other things that I've heard. Like, what are some other phrases or euphemisms you've heard for something very large? Like, that's, one fun one was from an old video game that I played. It's like, no matter what it was, it was always like, that's the second biggest one of those I've ever seen. Even if it was clearly, like, the world's largest.
Yeah.
That's the second. And so you want to ask, what's the first one? But you never get that far.
I like the variants of ton. So that'd be like, that's a shit ton, or that's a fuck ton.
A metric fuck ton is my
That's
favorite.
a metric fuck ton. So that describes a lot of whatever the fuck it is. You'd be like, oh, that is a shit ton of fucking cheesy puffs.
Yeah. But, shit ton has its own problems because, a shit ton, that has its own definition. That would be a ton of shit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but a fuck ton, ambiguous too, but it's a ton of something. So you're just making something that is descriptive enough, that's a ton of something, and you're adding on colorful flair words.
Yes. Kind of like when you use the terminology like big old whatever it is. Like, oh, that's a big old truck.
Yeah.
And
or as you have remarked to me in certain painful conversations, that guy has all the balls.
Yes.
Yeah, that conversation is burned into my brain. Like, oh, why would you say that?
And you know what's terrible? I probably had that conversation with you a dozen times. Yeah, that could have been anybody. Because there are a lot of people out there who are just grapefruit for nuts. I mean, I don't know if it's a medical issue or they're just blessed that way. There's you have
Like Stan's dad from South Park.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, when he microwaved his testicles
Yeah, just
and just bouncing around.
He's got him in a wheelbarrow. Oh.
Yeah, there are some gentlemen out there that have I guess just average sized testicles. You were like, oh, those are just some regular nuts. But then there are some people out there who are, I want to say, maybe blessed by the gods or cursed by the gods to have testicles that are just very large. I mean,
when it starts to affect how you the cut of pants that you can wear, that's probably venturing into cursed territory.
Oh no, they know what they're doing because they're just like, oh, I got the biggest balls ever. I'm gonna just have a bulge 24/7, and then people are going to assume they're like, oh, that must be a lot of dick. Nope, that's all the eggs.
I can't help thinking and I'm pretty sure this is just an urban legend about the actor David Thewlis who played, I think it's David Thewlis, who played Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So what is the urban legend about Mr. Belvedere?
Okay, so the urban legend, I guess, from what I heard, this was told by, I believe, Adam Sandler.
I've heard it from several places.
Okay, I guess the version I heard was Adam Sandler talked about this. So Adam Sandler, a young actor, I guess was guest starring and was doing a read-in for Mr. Belvedere. This was a show in the 80s.
We might be talking about two completely different Mr. Belvedere urban legends, which would be awesome.
Okay, well,
so, let's go.
I'll tell you my version
that
I heard. So, Mr. Belvedere, what was the gentleman's name again?
I think it's David Thewlis. All right, we're gonna look this up and we're gonna put it right here.
Or we're not gonna look it up and
No, we have to commit to this now.
Okay,
we're being professionals.
Okay, we'll be professionals.
People come to this podcast for our professionalism and our.
I thought it was coming for our sexy looks. Damn it! So, this gentleman, David, was. This is not relevant to the story, and just and the fact I know was a confirmed bachelor. When they said confirmed bachelor, that means they were just gay. That's all it really meant. Anyways, so it was a table reading. Adam Sandler was there, I guess, as a guest person. David comes in a little bit later than everyone and plops down on a chair, not really knowing where his balls are when in his pants. So he sits down, and as soon as he sits down, he shoots back up screaming, "Ah!" because he's set on his balls.
Yes, this is in fact the same urban legends that I heard, but yours has far more detail.
Well, when anything is involving balls and overweight men, I'm all about the details, sir. Overweight balls and men are like overweight men.
Balls and men.
Yeah, overweight balls.
Yeah,
and overweight
O's got
men.
a type. Well, yeah, he's 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, but his balls go out to here.
My balls fucking huge. No, but that was the version I heard. Well, the version I heard from, I guess, Adam Sandler telling or another actor saying that he sat down but jumped immediately back up because he sat on his balls.
The version I've heard was that he was hospitalized because he sat on his own balls. Which, I mean, if it's just the story, it's entertaining, and I guess it's kind of embarrassing for him. But also, if you are capable of sitting on your own balls, you have some impressive anatomy one way or the other.
Yeah, like you could have had it could have been in very large endowment of his balls, or just loose pants. Because if you don't know the placement of your balls when you're sitting down, it can hurt. Because there have been times where my balls are not super impressive or anything. Yep.
He was very humble about his balls.
Yeah. Humble ballage. But there have been times where you not plop down, but you sat down and maybe you moved your leg and you're like, you caught one of your balls and you're like, shit, that kind of hurt.
It's like, ladies, on our podcast, we have tried to be empathetic to the plight of women in society and that all of the conventions forced upon them by the patriarchy and things like high heels. We know they're awful, and
Yes.
the fact that
But it looks sexy.
and your clothes can't have pockets because that ruins the line. Or something.
Yeah.
So like, we empathize and we sympathize and we feel for you, but we also have problems. Sometimes they get in the way and stick to our legs.
Yeah, we got two problems. Or, depending on the person, maybe, well, on average, usually two problems. Sometimes people have three problems. Sometimes there are people that just have one problem because one was a very big problem and they had to get rid of it, so then it's gone.
There's a Jay-Z joke here.
Okay.
He got it. And just for good measure.
See, the duck one was... That one...
That was
that
forced
one-
that time.
that one was forced.
Yeah, so maybe that one doesn't count.
No, it counts. That was... Rolls of three, sir. You did it already. Nope.
I ruined the last Donald Duck reference.
Yep. That was on you, sir. It was yours to use and abuse, but you did it at the wrong time.
I was just too excited. It was,
And you couldn't hide it.
and I know. Man, we are doing some deep cut song lyrics during this episode, aren't we?
We are. That's what everyone comes here for. The deep cut song lyrics, so that we'll say, 2 or 3 lines of it and then stop. Because we don't want to get sued by said singer.
It's like going to a baseball game, It's like, I love hearing the first 5 seconds of all my favorite songs.
They actually do that. I didn't realize
super
that.
annoying.
Yeah, because they want to get you hot. They're like, we will go to commercial right now.
I wanna rock. Now batting.
Well, when's the last time you watched a baseball game, sir? Or went to one, or
Well, I do like to go to the Knights games, so I'm pretty sure
so
not
describe
not
like-
this season, but last year with my dad loves baseball, loves
Yeah.
the Knights too, so we go sometimes.
the Knights are a local
Yeah,
Charlotte
they
team.
are Charlotte's AAA baseball team. They are a farm team for the Chicago White Sox.
Yes. And I'm not sure if he wants to call it, our friend Joey works there.
Our friend Joey works there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten all about that. Yeah, we just saw Joe.
Yeah. No, Joey.
Joey. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, Joe. There's Joe, Joey, and Gio, who are all frequent fixtures at our Tuesday night improv jam that we have been going to. Mm-hmm. And I occasionally mix them up, but Joe is not Joey, is not Gio. Joey is the one who has a job at the Truist Field, which is the name of the Knights ballpark, which is one of the most beautiful ballparks in the country, major league or not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, it is a beautiful place. And
It's really. I thought you were saying like it was like a stated fact, or like it was like voted most beautiful.
It may have been, in fact,
okay.
but I don't know who did the polling, but it is objectively, one of the nicest ballparks.
I agree with that. Like I drove by it like a few dozen
Have
times.
you never been to a game there?
I have not been to a game there.
We shall go to a game there, and also to a Checkers game.
I do want to go to a Checkers game. Like there are several games I want to go to. Like I do want to go to a Checkers game.
The Checkers are our local minor league hockey team.
Yes. I do want to check out a nice game. I want to see the Hurricanes also.
Canes are fun. Yeah, the Checkers are the farm team for the Canes.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
At least, okay, they were at one point. They may not be right now. I need to look that up because they've changed the licensing and the structure of the Checkers so many times that I've lost track.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't been to any.
We'll put that information right here.
We're going to have to look up a lot of information and put this in.
We have this responsibility. We owe it to our fans, all tens of them.
All the dozens and dozens of fans that we have out there. Or
We're here for you, for your edification.
we'll call them fans, maybe, or just like people happen to be watching it.
People that are strapped down to a chair while someone tortures you while showing you our podcast. So it's trapped in like Clockwork Orange.
Oh!
He did it better. I just stuck myself right in the eye with my finger.
You know what? We'll check out Daniel because I think that's probably enough right now.
What time are we at? We're at 35 minutes. So,
Oh, 35 minutes?
yeah,
Oh,
so
fuck it.
we can go longer.
Daniel's going to suffer then. We're going to keep going. But I got stuff too. And I got...
Yeah, like, I got through my whole list. I've been efficient and productive today.
Yeah, you've been efficient and productive. But we also cannot breeze through it. But... So I wrote down something I didn't tell Daniel.
Oh, God.
I wrote down I typed down something in my notes so that we can talk about it later.
But it's something he decided to conceal from me until we're recording, so you know it's going to be painful.
Well, anytime I write stuff on this list, you don't know it until I actually bring it up on you, because some of the stuff is still on here from before that we haven't really talked about. So we really haven't talked about trans people.
We've talked about them several times.
I think we're going to talk about them in depth at some point.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember exactly the one remark we were going to make is that, yes, you can identify as a man or a woman, regardless of, what you were assigned at birth, but you may not be able to get away with identifying as an attractive man or woman.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's where we're going with it. Because the other one, we'll get back to it. Because we will say this: if you identify as trans, guess what? It has no big effect on my life. It doesn't have an effect on your life. You being a trans person has no impact on a lot of people, other people's lives out
really
there.
On anybody.
Yeah, really on anyone. It affects your life, and we're glad that you're living the truth that you want to be. The other people out there that are just hating on you for whatever reason, fuck them people, because they are confused because I'll say this: they're confused because they don't know how to feel about you, because they don't know how to objectify you in that way. So, say there was a person that was born a man that transitioned to a woman, and maybe they're a very attractive woman. Someone finds out they're a trans woman and they don't know how to feel about them. You're like, you can feel any way you want to about them, because they probably found them mildly attractive and now they don't know what to fucking do because their dick is in control. They're like, oh, I don't know what to fucking do with this. You're like, treat them like a fucking person. That's all you need to do.
You can make the same remark for,
anyone.
Yeah, for anyone, and women in particular. I mean, because it's usually dudes, us masculine cis heterotypes, that have issues not treating people, women specifically, like they're objects in a game to be won.
Yeah, which is it's a very weird thing, because I don't know why there's so many people having the issue of, oh, trans women shouldn't compete with trans women in sports. You're like, do you not have any other issues going on in your life?
But also, to give this some lip service, we have had a similar discussion before. Like, there are certain sports wherein the division of competition by sexes is just done out of, I guess, tradition. And then there are some sports where it is done sort of indirectly. Like, for example, the NFL. Like, if you had women competing in the NFL, statistically, you are going to have more dudes being large enough and strong enough to be NFL players. It is not outside their own possibility that women could be capable of performing at the NFL level.
Yes,
but it is definitely not as common as guys. But then there are other sports like swimming or baseball, which are not strictly size dependent. Like, size can...
It's more about skill.
Yeah, and size can make a difference.
Oh, not saying that football does not take skill. It does take skill.
Yeah. We're not bashing any sport in particular. We'll pick sports to bash later.
Oh, yeah. Badminton, fuck you.
Curling, however, you're good.
Yeah. You're okay, curling.
Imagine if there was, I don't know, I'm assuming there's no, men's and women's curling, or maybe there is.
No. In fact, One of the people that I coach on 704 Play.
Is it Anne?
Yes.
Yeah.
And on 704 Play, that plays in Kannapolis, Cornelius. And is on a curling team.
Yeah, and I think I've driven past there's a Charlotte curling club which
Yes.
is on like Sunset Road, which you wouldn't think anyone could had put an ice rink out there, but it's just
there.
right there, like Tractor Supply, farm, curling.
Yes. But yeah, get back to your point, sir.
Yeah, so in certain sports wherein like size is almost a direct factor in your success and your ability to compete. I'm not sure how you would factor out sex in competition or gender in competition, whichever is the more appropriate term here. But like swimming or curling, I mean, there are some sports where it makes no difference like what size you are. So like the average size of women versus the average size of men would not come into play. So women and men would be able to compete head to head, and it wouldn't seem unbalanced in any direction.
Yeah. Because there are other ones where you can they're non-traditional sports they could think of, like say darts, billiards, things like that, where you can also one I could think of is soccer or football. Because I guess not historically, but more often than not, the U.S.
The women's team has been they've been more consistently winning, I think.
Yeah, I think they won the World Cup the last 3 times. I'm not 100% sure on that, but somebody wants to type in.
Yeah, and of course, the immediate knee-jerk asshole response to that would be, well, they're just playing against women.
You're just, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But my thought is, okay, someone is so mad about a trans woman or a trans man competing in sports. You got nothing else going on in your life because you're concerned about that. They didn't care about any of these sports until they heard about this trans woman wants to compete in this.
Yeah. Who won the gold medal in women's swimming before Riley Gaines?
I don't even know who that is.
That's the one that was suing because a trans athlete beat her in a swimming competition, and she was suing to say that the trans athlete was not eligible to be in that category, and it was so ridiculous because even if that person had been removed, Riley Gaines would have only gotten 5th place. She would not have even she wasn't even a close second or anything. No, she was just bitching.
Yeah, that's my point. I was people are getting mad about trans people just in general for no fucking reason, just to have something to complain about. There's nothing else going on in their lives. I mean, everyone has some issues going on. If your life is just fucking perfect right now, all your kids are great, your spouse is great, your job is perfect, all that, cool. And then you just are so mad about someone in a sport that you don't compete in, that no one that you know competes in, and you just want to be mad about it because you got nothing else going on in your lives.
There are other things that are ultimately irrelevant that you would be far more productive and probably healthier and happier ranting and dying on a hill about. Wearing ball caps indoors. A gentleman removes his cap when he is inside.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the military, you uncover when you're indoors. Mm-hmm. And there are traditions like that are matters of etiquette. And then there's random English words that are used the wrong way, which defending those is ultimately a losing battle.
Literally, I know what you're talking about. Literally.
He literally does, folks. You actually used that perfectly correctly.
I know, but I was using it ironically.
And ironic is one of the best words, thanks to Alanis Morissette. I think we've probably talked about this, but I'll just do the quick recap. I used to be English major butthurt over that whole song, Ironic, because every example she was giving was something that was not ironic. And then a friend of mine pointed out that maybe the entire song was one brilliant meta-irony, and I can't dismiss that thought. And so like I used to be so mad at Alanis Morissette because like that song was just so dumb, but now I'm like mad at Alanis Morissette because like that song might be brilliant.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Yeah.
Atlantis, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
And you're also play God.
Yeah.
So,
So we've definitely covered this before.
yeah, we
so,
did.
Yeah.
I know we did.
Yeah, I know.
And this was maybe like 4 episodes ago.
I thought it was longer ago than that.
Nope.
Well, we can edit this out.
No, we're gonna keep it in. Fuck it, we're gonna do it live. Or recorded. You know, that's about it.
And we're going to keep doing it until Alanis Morissette recognizes us.
Yes. Okay, but we're gonna see you on the next
Rubber
Duck
Duck
Syndicate. Bye, folks. They're like, oh, you got your... Okay, that's cute.
That's usually, let me know when it launches. I'll like and subscribe. By the way, like and subscribe, folks.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to say that.
Yeah, like,
Feels
subscribe.
dirty.
Like, subscribe, hit buttons, hit bells, do dinglings and things
Remember us.
like that. Remember me.